Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well and I hope that you have a wonderful day. I'm here to do an intuitive card reading to see what insights, guidance, and messages the universe will like to share with us at this time, especially about investments that you've made in your time, your energy, your efforts, your labor. It's going to start showing up. You're going to start receiving the blessings, the magic, the miracles. We're entering into the season of fall where I live in the northern hemisphere, and the universe is saying, hey, it's going to be harvest time. You're going to be able to reap what you have sown. So let's take a look at the cards and see what else the universe wants us to know. We have rainbow. Connect to spirit and nature. And that's a big thing that the universe has been asking us to do, is to reconnect. Because in modern society, we're so disconnected from nature, from one another, from ourselves, from the divine, and the universe is saying, hey, if you go out into nature, you're going to be able to reconnect. You're going to be able to reconnect with yourself better. You're going to reconnect with nature better, to be more at peace. And you can use nature, plants, animals, all of that, to connect with spirit, to connect with the divine, to connect with the universe. And this is going to help you profusely, because we're going to be able to reap what we have sown, and it's going to be a prosperous time for many of us, but it's also going to be a challenging time. There's going to be turbulence, there's going to be conflict, things are going to be showing up in the external world. And so the universe is saying, hey, get connected, get tuned in, so you can have the eyes to see and the ears to hear, so you can pick up on the messages, so you can notice the signs, so you can be prepared. Because the universe, spirit, God, source, creator, whatever you'd like to label it as, will give us a heads up. But if we're too busy being disconnected and not, making space to hear, not tuning in, not getting in alignment, we're going to be missing out on those signs, those messages, that guidance. So the universe is asking for us to connect again. Because if you look at this card, rainbow, and what's at the other end of the rainbow? The pot of gold. Your prosperity, your abundance, your well-being, your success, your wealth, all of that. If you connect, if you tune in, if you get in alignment, if you're in resonance with the spirit and the divine, it's going to lead you to that pot of gold. And you can use nature as a conduit to get it reconnected, okay? Yeah, sapphire, regenerate your body. So many of us have been putting our physical vessel, our body, which is our temple, on the back burner. We've been pushing harder and harder and harder, trying to power through, saying, I'll get more rest when this happens. I'll give myself the food that my body needs when this happens. And mind you, I get it. Life happens. We don't always have the time all the time, because things come up last minute, or, we have demands, and there may not be the most finances, this and the other, but the universe is saying, hey, your body is your temple. Please take care of it, because when you fill up your cup, you're going to be able to do more. You're going to be more receptive. You're going to pick up on the signs and the messages, having the eyes to see and the ears to hear. You're going to notice. You're going to be present. You're going to be aware. And so the universe is saying, hey, regenerate your body. This is going to be really important. This is going to help you be in alignment, be in resonance, be in tune. And we can't keep putting our body on the back burner. Yes, sometimes it may be what has to happen for a brief moment because of all the things that are going on in life. Being human is messy and complicated. I get you. I'm there too. But the universe wants you to take care of yourself. Take care of your body. Because it's going to help you be able to get and do and be everything that you need and want to be. Yeah, and it's also going to help improve your vision, indigo. You're going to have the eyes to see. You're going to be able to see and think and hear more clearly, whether in the physical or in the spiritual. Because you're going to be able, if you are getting in alignment, getting in tune and connected with the divine, taking care of your body, you're going to be able to walk in faith. You're going to believe and know that that will allow you to see. Like, you won't see the results all the time. Things could be happening behind the scenes, sort of like how seeds, when they're planted, you don't see the growth. You have to trust and believe that it's happening. And so by doing this, by connecting with spirit, by taking care of your body, you're going to improve your vision. You're going to be able to see with faith and know things are happening, even if you don't see it with your physical eyes yet. You know that the universe has your back and is working magic and miracles on your behalf, working everything out to your highest good, and that it has a master plan and divine timing that won't let you down. It can be frustrating as a human because we're like, okay, I've been waiting, days, weeks, months, years for this. I've been showing up every day, because sometimes the effort, the time, the care, the dedication, the labor that we put into things, it takes a long time to come to fruition in the physical. But the universe says, don't worry, you will reap what you have sown. It is going to be harvest time. Okay? So improve your vision. Have the eyes to see and the ears to hear, because it's going to help you go far. Yeah. It's going to help you overcome your challenges. Plum. Connecting with the divine, tending to your physical vessel and filling up your cup, improving your vision is all going to help you overcome your challenges. Any setbacks, any hurdles, any turbulence, any drama, any storms, you'll be able to stay the course, weathering the storms, overcoming the hurdles. You're going to be able to have discernment and see whether you should be aligned with certain people, places, and things, or whether it's time to let it go, to release, because it may actually not be for your highest good. It may actually be holding you back or harming you or not being of any service whatsoever. So, what do you need to do to get in alignment so you can start becoming and embodying your best self to overcome these challenges? It's not to say that you have to get perfect. Nobody's perfect. But it helps if you can put your best foot forward, Yeah. Blue Jay, resourcefulness. By getting in alignment with the divine, by taking care of your body, you're going to have more resourcefulness. You're going to be able to think on your feet more. You're going to have the divine inspiration, those insights, those innovative solutions. They're going to come to you. You're going to have the spark of passion and inspiration to start new projects, to go certain places, even if you don't know why. But you'll go, and then you'll find what you need, whether that be a resource, a conversation, a new connection, a new opportunity. There's so much resourcefulness, and the universe is super resourceful. It will use anything and everything for your benefit. So if you can get into that energy, get in alignment with the universe to co-create with it, it's going to work out beautifully for you. You're going to overcome all these challenges. You're going to have improved vision. You're going to be able to see things differently. Yeah. Mouse noticing. You're going to notice a lot more things that other people end up passing by, that it doesn't even register on their radar. I know that I've been told that a lot. Like, I'll point something out and they're like, oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. What are you talking about? Like, even in things like games, I'll be like, why is that like that? Because someone I used to know would play Stardew Valley, and I think it was spring through fall, there was a certain like red circle on the ground of the town square, but then in winter it turned to like white or gray, and I was like, why is that? And they're like, what are you talking about? There's no circle. I'm like, no, it is, because they'd show me them playing it. And so you will notice things that other people don't. And you may not understand why you're noticing that, but it may have significance for later. It may be a seed planted in you that can turn into a business opportunity or connection or insight, whatever it is. So choose to notice more. Get present. Be in the present moment. Be mindful. Be intentional. Be selective. Because you don't have to spend your time, energy, and attention in ways you do not want to, in ways that do not serve you. You can start pruning. You can start cutting things off that aren't in alignment with you and who you want to be. Just notice it. You don't always have to take immediate action. Sometimes, by going slow and steady, by connecting with the divine, by sitting with it, you can figure out the best course of action to overcome challenges, to improve your vision, to become a better person. And sometimes it's just noticing the wonder. Hummingbird. Funnily enough, my brother sent my mom a video of a hummingbird by his house today. And he was super disappointed. He's like, oh man, I missed it. And then he was still recording, and then it came back. And he's like, look, see, there it is. And I remember recently I saw a hummingbird at my aunt's house when I was pet sitting her dog and letting her elderly dog out. And I just felt so happy. I was just like, oh, it's a little hummingbird. And it just filled me with lightness and wonder. And the universe is asking us to tap into our inner child more. Because when we were children, anything and everything became wondrous. There was a magic, there was a splendor, and the universe is asking for us to have the eyes to see and the ears to hear as childhood eyes and ears to hear, because anything, we could use our imagination to turn it into adventure. We were curious, we wanted to explore, we wanted to, imagine new things before we were quote unquote told to be realistic, and then we are limiting what we could envision because oh, that's not possible, it's not realistic. The universe saying, no, have the wonder again. Notice the wonder in the little moments, the everyday moments, the little things, the big things, all of it. Notice it and feel the wonder, because it's going to help you overcome challenges, to regenerate and rejuvenate your body and soul, to connect with spirit, the divine, the universe, because the universe is that wonder, that unconditional love, that magic, that miracles. Penguin adapting. We need to adapt, and we need to come from our heart more. I see the heart on this penguin's chest, and the universe wants us to come from the heart space, to come from wonder, to come from love, to come from joy and peace. We can choose it. We can choose kindness. We can choose gentleness. We don't have to do an eye for an eye and be cold and disconnected like so many people in modern society tell us. Oh, that's just the way it is. You gotta suck it up and deal with it. That's just how people are. They backstab, they use people, they spread rumors and do smear campaigns to get ahead. They're stepping all over people. That's just how it is. That's what you need to do to be successful. And the universe is saying, that's not true. We can adapt. We don't need to stay that way. I remember hearing some politician, I don't remember who it was, saying, oh, society's history has always been full of crime and all this bad things. That's just how it is. So that's how it's always going to be. And it's okay, so things like crime may be a part of our past, but that doesn't mean we can't strive to make improvements, that we can't strive to do better, that we can't strive to be resourceful and choose better. We don't need to settle for it and be oh, that's just the way it is. The universe saying, hey, we can adapt, we can change, we can transform, we can make the world a place we want to be in, that has the magical, like the rainbow, that has the wonder. We can improve our vision and see a higher vision for ourselves and the world. We don't have to stay the same. Just because it was the past doesn't mean it needs to be our present and our future. That doesn't mean it'll be easy. That doesn't mean that it won't be messy and that progress will be a potential chaotic mess, because we're human, we're imperfect, we have our flaws, we have our struggles, but that doesn't mean we can't improve and adapt, okay? So don't sell yourself out. Yeah, because we have so much more strength than we give ourselves credit for, grizzly bear. And I also notice how there's the little rabbit plushie with the bear. And again, it feels like we're tapping into that inner child magic, that inner child wonder, that inner child goodness and purity and innocence. Because if you look at children before they've been conditioned and programmed, they just love everybody. They trust everybody. They want the best for everybody. They'll be friends with anyone. Like the little kids, they don't see, race and all these division labels that everyone puts up. They just accept people as they are, and they're like, let's be friends, let's play. And that's a strength. Granted, there are people who will take advantage of that trait, and they'll label you as naive, and true trusting is like, well, that's your problem, that's your weakness, you shouldn't have done that. And it's like, you shouldn't have done what you did. You were the one who was in the wrong. Granted, having discernment is very important. That's something that I have learned, especially over the past couple of years. Having the eyes to see and the ears to hear, because there are people out there who do not have the same intent, energy, and loving heart that you do. But that doesn't make it a weakness. That is a strength. And the universe wants us to recognize our strength more, because we have so much more inside of us, so much more potential than we often give ourselves credit for. Right? Enough. May you be exactly as you are. Now, this is the universe saying, you don't have to be like someone else to be able to reap the harvest, to have the blessings, to have the success, to have the prosperity, to have the wellness. You are enough as you are. You are getting ready to receive divine inheritance. And inheritance, like, you don't have to do anything to earn it. You just are given it. It's your inheritance. And the universe is saying you are getting ready to receive your divine inheritance. Yes, the universe sees all of your efforts, all of your time, all of your energy, every tear, every time, that you kept going in spite of the odds. The universe sees it, and it wants you to know you're enough. You don't have to try to be perfect. You can be as is. Now, the universe has a little caveat, and it's like, still try to learn, grow, improve, heal, be the best that you can be. But if you make a mistake, if you have your flaws, your areas of weakness, areas for growth and all that, you don't need to beat yourself up. Just do the best that you can right here, right now. You are enough. You are enough. Pure and simple. Yeah. Ease, may it be effortless. The universe is asking you to go with the flow, to surrender, to release, to trust, to have faith, to believe, to keep going and trust that it will come to you. Much like when someone plants a seed, they trust. They trust that it's going to grow. They will water it even when they don't see, the growth yet, because it's still buried beneath the ground. They will pull the weeds up because they trust. And if we can get out of trying to force things, of trusting the divine timing and the universe's master plan, it is going to be more effortless, because we're co-creating with the universe, because we're going downstream instead of trying to force our way upstream. It can be much more effortless if we can trust, if we can get in alignment, to have the eyes to see and the ears to hear. If we can get into that heart space and that wonder, we can notice more. Yeah, and have more gratitude. May you honor all that you receive. And when you are in gratitude, the universe knows it can trust you with more. So even if you don't have everything you want yet, because trust me, I don't think anybody does, but if you can appreciate what you already have, the universe says, oh, you actually appreciate what you have, like you actually are taking good care of it, you're actually seeing its worth, I can send you more. I can bless you with more. You're going to take care of it. You're going to appreciate it. You're not going to take it for granted. You're already in gratitude. Even though things aren't exactly in your preference, even amongst the storm, you're finding reasons to be grateful. You're seeing the light in the dark. the silver linings. So the universe is like, okay, you're someone I can trust with more, you know? Yes, dove, feel and allow a deeper sense of peace to fill you now. This is the divine quality, yeah. Peace with where you're at, peace with the process, peace with trusting the flow and the divine timing, peace with being grateful for what you already have, peace in noticing the present moment. Like having this peace, this gratitude, this sense of wonder is going to open up so many doors for you and allow things to flow to you all the more easily and effortlessly. So choose peace. Choose peace. It can be easier said than done sometimes, but it's going to work magic and miracles because you're trusting the divine. Meadowlark, smile. You will soon experience a wonderful journey of inner discovery. And the inner discovery can give you the insight you need, the inspirational innovational solutions. You know, like you can tap into so much potential that you never even knew was there. You can get that intuitive nudging from the universe because you're in alignment. You are tuned in, tapped in, and in resonance with the universe. So get excited. Good things are coming. You will reap what you have sown. You don't need to worry about it. It's coming to you. It's harvest time. We're entering fall. Turkey. Honor your own time of harvest. Offer your gifts and blessings as service to the greater good. Yeah, your harvest time is coming. And part of you might have been frustrated because you're seeing other people have their harvest time first. But each person walks their own path. Each person is an individual and is unique. So recognize that comparison is the thief of joy and that you're not that person. They may have planted a different crop than you, metaphorically speaking, so their time of harvest will be different. Some crops grow faster than others. It's okay. That doesn't mean you won't have a harvest. That doesn't mean you won't have the bounty. You won't have the blessings. You won't have the magic, the miracle, the prosperity, the well-being, the success. Honor your own time. Honor your own path because you will have the blessings, the magic, the miracles. You will have your harvest. And you have gifts already. So offer them to the world because when you offer them up, when you're in service to others, you are given more. You are given more. Again, we have strength. Your inner strength is boundless. Unleash it, yeah. You have a lot more strength than you give yourself credit for. So start recognizing it. Start tapping into it. It's not always fun to be the strong one. Been there, done that. I've been expected to be strong and resilient and self-reliant and independent my whole life, basically. And it hasn't been easy. It hasn't been fun. But I can acknowledge my strength and that how it served me and how it can probably benefit me in the future. Would have rathered more help and support from my family, but it is what it is. You have the strength to see this through. So don't worry. It's all going to come together for you. Yeah, so have courage. Go for it. Courage lies within you. You have the power to overcome anything. Again, you're going to overcome your challenges. You're going to be adaptable. You're going to be resourceful. You're going to have the wonder and the strength to overcome it all, to improve your vision, to rejuvenate yourself, to connect with the divine, to make the magic and the miracles happen, co-creating with the universe. You're going to have the harvest. Even if it's been really turbulent, even if there's been drama and conflict and chaos and storms and maybe metaphorical droughts, and you just don't know how it's going to come together, but the universe is saying, don't worry, it's coming. Have the courage to stay the course and see it through, because the universe is working it out in your favor. It really is. Acceptance. Yeah, acceptance is going to open doors. Accept others and yourself. Welcome new opportunities. Also accept the timing that has been playing out. We can want to resist it, we can want to fight it, we can want to say, well, this isn't cool, this isn't fair, this isn't right, it should have happened by now. And maybe not, maybe there was interference and delay and spiritual warfare from the enemy, could be, but fighting against what already happened isn't gonna do you any good. It's just gonna rob your peace, it's just gonna siphon off your energy. So why not accept what is and say, okay, what can I do from where I'm at here? And like in the instance of like my family, that toxic group, the narcissists, all these fake friends, all these toxic bosses, all these people, it's like you could be like, well, they shouldn't be like that, that's not cool, that's not right, that's unkind, that's disrespectful, all these horrible things that they've done. Yeah, that could all be well and true, but you need to accept them for what they are, because you wishing that they're elsewise isn't going to change it. The only way they'll actually change is if they choose it. So you can accept where they are or you can try to fight it, but either way, they're going to be how they choose. So why spend your energy that way? Why not let them be how they choose to be and make your decisions accordingly? Use your discernment, And if you can accept, it's going to open doors and you're going to be able to have new opportunities. You're not going to be trying to force change onto things that don't want to change, like people. People don't usually want to change unless it's their idea, Yes, scales, keep your life in balance. Balance is key. So many of us are out of balance. We're spending too much time in being overly productive, trying to hustle, trying to grind, trying to show up for everybody else, pouring out of our cup and not taking time to fill it up. Then there are also the people who are out of balance who are just takers. Or they're just idle and in action, just like, it'll happen eventually. The universe wants us to be in balance of action and rest, give and receive. Keep your life in balance, because that is going to open up doors for you. That is going to help you do so much more. You don't have to do it all on your own, but when you're co-creating with the universe, that also means you need to take action. That also means you need to show up. You can't just sit idly by and be like, okay, universe, give it to me. Because the universe may be trying to give it to you, but it may need you to go to a certain place or do a certain thing or shift your mindset or heal. You have to be in balance. You have to co-create with the universe. Yeah. Torch. All this new insight, this new mindset shift is going to light the way. Spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. Yeah, you're shifting things. You're trusting more. You're at peace more, you're grateful more, you're taking care of yourself more, filling up your cup, and shifting how you perceive things, even challenges, because so many of us see setbacks, delays, rejections, mistakes, failures, challenges, hurdles, all that. We see it as bad, as something to eliminate, to destroy, to avoid at all costs, and the universe saying, all of that can be used to your benefit too. You learn more when you have a mistake or a failure than when you succeed. You start shifting your mindset and seeing things in new perspectives when you have that. Or challenges, they can push you to grow, to seek out collaboration and help from other people, to get other insights and perspectives. So be open to this enlightenment, to this awareness, to the development, to the understanding, because it's going to open up doors for you. That's why the universe wants you to get connected with the divine. Yeah, it's going to lead you to the throne as the ruler, the sovereign ruler of your life. You are the position of authority. You can speak things into existence. The universe will listen to you. You're co-creating with the universe, but the universe respects your free will. You are the captain of your ship, the author of your story. You are the architect of your life, the sovereign ruler of your world. So reclaim your power, improve your vision, take care of yourself, value yourself, because that's what a sovereign ruler would do. That's what a king or queen would do. They wouldn't see themselves as lesser. They know their worth, and they're going to act like it. So you do that too. Claim that throne. Yeah, the universe is sending you lots of good luck. 4-leaf clover, great good fortune. You have luck on your side. You have blessings, magic, and miracles, all these opportunities. So start being grateful. Even if you don't see it yet, know that it's there. Know that the universe is on your side, conspiring in your favor to make things happen. Even if you don't see it yet, it's going to be in your favor. You're going to be so blessed. Yeah, you're climbing the ladder to success. You are climbing to success. Even if you don't see it yet, you're on the right path. The universe is setting you up for success, for prosperity, for wealth, for happiness, for peace, for joy, all of it. So keep going, because if you stop, you're just in the middle of the ladder. You're not reaching your destination. And if you go back down, you're not reaching to where you wanted to go. So keep going. Stay the course. Keep an open mind. Yeah, you're literally being handed the keys to success. Successful outcome to your problem, so you don't need to worry about it. Get excited. Embrace the wonder. Be willing to adapt and be resourceful. Improve your vision. Tap into your inner strength and gratitude. Know that you're enough. You're enough, just as you are, and that's why the universe is handing you the keys to success and saying, hey, follow this. Follow the rainbow to your pot of gold. Follow it. Stay the course. Keep climbing that ladder. You have the success waiting for you, but you have to choose it. You have to keep going. Okay? So I'm wishing you all a wonderful rest of your day. I'm sending you so much love. Please take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.